Hi, this is Maria from Body Confidence Solutions. And today I want to talk about the most essential practice to achieve sustainable weight loss. So oftentimes we might feel inspired by something. We read a book, or we listen to a podcast, or we listen to a video, and we feel inspired to make change. We feel inspired to work out. We feel inspired to do something that will help us to get healthier, happier, stronger. And it's not only in regards to releasing excess weight, but in any area of our life. Inspiration can come from many sources, and inspiration is wonderful. I listen to lots of inspirational talks, videos, podcasts, and they're wonderful. They're essential for me to keep expanding my consciousness, to try some things new, to enhance the quality of my life and the quality of my health. And you may find that you are inspired by many things as well, and realize the value of that. However, inspiration is only something that is in the moment gives you, it's like drinking an energy drink. You get inspired and you get that inspiration to take some action. But the thing that's going to make anything that you learn in that inspirational talk or book or experience sustainable is when you start to synthesize it and it becomes motivation. So motivation is more of an internal thing. Inspiration is something that we hear from outside. It touches something inside of us. But to keep the flow, to keep the momentum, you have to be inwardly motivated to make change. Because change, even though we want to change our eating habits, we want to change the way we see ourselves, we want to change our health habits, or maybe we want to change our relationships, whatever you want, ideally we want to make changes. The thing about it is that change pushes us out of our comfort zone. And so it can present challenges at times because it's unfamiliar. It can be uncomfortable. Sometimes we have to change a lot of things and it feels a little frightening. It might feel a little overwhelming. So of course, I'm a big proponent in breaking it down, not overwhelming yourself, but the motivation to move through those challenges, the motivation to say yes to your health habits and no to the things that are going to take you off your path. The day-to-day motivation is what's essential to keep you going, to keep you on your path. And one of the most important things to maintain any change, to maintain any, to affect any transformation, whether that's transforming your body or transforming any aspect of your life, is consistency. Because it can't be like a one-time spike of inspiration that's going to get you there. Although, we have a lot of culture about give me the quick fix. I'm inspired, give me the quick fix. But really, what I know for sure is that in my experience and all the people that I've worked with over the years, those who make change, those who are transformed into a new creation, a healthier, happier person, is a person who can be consistent over time. And if you fall off track, you just re-engage. And the consistency is the important part. Consistency with your healthy eating habits, consistency with your activity levels, consistency with your meditation practice, consistency with aspiring to feel more positive and engaged in life. Those are the day-to-day things that have to be put in place. They don't have to be done perfectly, but you have to start to cultivate consistent practices that will get you to where you want to go. So you have a goal of where you want to go, and little by little, day by day. So let's get back to motivation. How do we activate motivation, that inner drive that will keep us consistent? Because that's the important piece there, the day-to-day motivation. So I'm asking you today, why do you want to change? That's the essential question. knowing your why. And I know that, a lot of people talk about knowing your why, but I'm asking you, really know your why. Like, sit down and write 20 reasons why you want to make this change. I know for me that I like to maintain a healthy weight. And if you know my story, you know that I've come from a lot of overweight to underweight to all kinds of craziness around food and weight and body image. And in the last few years, I've been very consistent with my healthy eating habits. And if I've put on some weight, I might cut back a little bit, but I am not into deprivation dieting. I'm not into any kind of fads. And yes, I do eat from all the food groups and occasionally have some other foods that are maybe richer and more sweet. But over time, the consistency that I maintain has allowed me to maintain a healthy, happy body. And why? I have a lot of whys, and I remember my whys all the time, because there are times in my life that I might not feel like I want to make the right choices, or I want to surrender, I might want to surrender to some old habits that are not serving me. But if I remember my whys are numerous, and I can give you some of them right now. One of my whys is I'm so grateful that I can play in the playground with my grandchildren. I can go down the slide. I can run around with them. I can play badminton with them. I am active at 65. I am so grateful for my body, and I'm so grateful for the knowledge that my body wants to be healthy, happy, and resilient. And I have the willingness to do what it takes to have that resilience. I'm grateful for the fact that I don't have to stress out my daughter and have her worrying about my health, because I've taken charge of my health. That's a why. That's an important why to me. So playing with my grandchildren, feeling active, feeling vibrant, the quality of my life is so much more important to me than the quantity of life, because I've had times when my life felt like a living hell. I didn't have the energy, I didn't feel good. And to me, it's like, what's the sense in even living? So I like to have a clear mind. I like to have a healthy body. And therefore, I drink my water. I eat my nourishing foods. I make sure that I'm getting enough protein. I do a little physical activity. Nothing crazy, but enough to keep me flowing, keep me going. Another thing is I really, really enjoy wearing nice clothes and the way they look on me. And someone who grew up as a very overweight child, I think that this is an important why for me, because for years I struggled with clothes. I mean, I remember having to go somewhere and there'd be a mound of clothes on the bed because nothing looked good on me or nothing felt good on me. And I don't have to do that today. I am so grateful that I don't have to do that today. And so that's one of my whys. That's why I make sure that I take good care of myself, so I don't have to struggle with my clothing. So I don't have to have different wardrobes for different seasons, different size wardrobes for different seasons. Knowing my why. What are my other whys? My other whys are that I like to be present in my business. I love to be aware and present. And if my eating habits and my resting habits and my sleeping habits and my drinking water habits are not in place, I feel it in the brain. I feel it in my mind. And we know that there's a high correlation to, the foods we eat and how we feel in our body. So my why and my list can be much longer than that. So today I'm asking you, before you even make change, or maybe you're already engaged in change and you're inspired to do that, and maybe you even have, your whys, but the motivation of remembering your why daily is important, especially when you come into those challenging times where you might want to revert back to old behaviors or old habits. So there's no black and white here, and there's nothing to beat yourself up about if that happens, but to re-engage by remembering your why. So today I'm asking you, make a list of at least 20 things, you'll find them, 20 things, your why. Why do you want to be healthier? Why do you want to get in shape? Why do you want to have more freedom in your body, mind, and spirit? And any other change that you want to make. But for today's purposes, let's focus on aligning with healthy eating habits. And another video, I'll talk about how you can deepen into more of that without all the restrictive dieting and all the craziness, putting in regular flow with your food, eating foods that nourish you and also allow you to release excess weight with ease. But knowing your why is the thing that's going to get you there. And it's remembering your why and then being grateful when you're doing it, supporting yourself when you're doing it, appreciating your body. Your body wants to be healthy. Your body wants to be whole. The reason that you may not be there right now is because you have misguided beliefs from a world full of craziness around food, weight, and diet. You can get there in a sustainable way. You can get there without deprivation diets or crazy diets. You can get there in a way that feels good to you. And knowing your why is the thing that's is the engine that's going to drive you to where you want to go. So again, write down 20 reasons why. Why do you want to make this change? Why do you want to be healthier? Why do you want to feel good in your body? And don't worry if you feel, oh, I have people that say, oh, it's so superficial. I want to look good in my clothes. It's good. It's a good reason, but go a little deeper maybe, maybe you want to fit into those jeans and that feels great because it helps you feel empowered and good in your body, but go a little deeper than that. How would this affect your relationships? How would this affect how you show up at work? How would this affect the way you walk in the world and you feel about yourself? When we treat ourselves with respect, we embody it. And then we vibrationally, energetically will attract more respect. And we teach people how to treat us. And so when we treat ourselves, again, in a way that is honorable and respectful, we will get that reflected back to us. So that's all for today. I want to know what your whys are. If you are seeing this on YouTube or on a place where you can actually respond to this, maybe in my Facebook group, you can write to me and let me know what your whys are. If you are seeing this in another place, I would love, you can email me, you can message me. I want to know what your whys are. Once you have that list of 20, keep it in a place that you can see daily. Read it every day. And you might even add to it as you start embarking on this. Know your why, embody your why, remember your why. So that's all from me today. And just keep on keeping on. You deserve it. You're worthy of it. And your body wants to be healthy, happy, and free. Much love now. Bye.